Hello. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me again. Welcome. This is episode 2 of my YouTube channel, which is called iHeartKnitting. Thanks so much for coming. My name's Laura. I just wanted to introduce myself and just say thank you to everybody who watched last week. I'm just over the moon excited that that you guys are excited too. Honestly, I was like, I hope you know, like, I hope 100 people watch. That would be awesome. That would be great. And there's definitely been lots of views and lots of amazing comments. Thank you so much for your comments and the subscriptions. And yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm really encouraged that you know, that you all are interested in the things I'm doing. I got a lot of comments from people who love teal and blue. I got a lot of comments about the flax light sweaters, and just really positive comments from everybody. The volume thing, I need a microphone, but I don't have one. What I would say, like, I noticed this myself when I'm watching YouTube, is if you're on your like device, maybe like headphones would help until I can get a microphone. You know, I know when I watch it on my TV, I just crank the volume up and it's fine, but there are certain YouTube channels that I watch that definitely I find a little quiet when they're like on my device rather than on my phone. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I will hopefully have that fixed soon, and hopefully we can kind of work around that. So yeah, I really appreciate all the feedback, all the comments. Really helpful for me because this is all brand new. So yeah, so I just wanted to pop in, and I've done a little bit of knitting this week. I have a great story for you about screwing something up, and I wanted to just kind of touch base and see if there was any interest in like a knit along or anything like that. So yeah, that's kind of what we have going on today. I'm back in my craft room, and we're on beautiful Pender Island, BC, which is the Gulf Islands. You know, down in the States, you'd know like the San Juans, the Pacific Northwest. So I'm just right above that. I live here with my husband, John, and my dog, Sammy, and I have my Etsy business, which is called I Heart Ewe, and that is where you will find me on most of the internet except for this channel. So on Instagram, I'm I Heart Ewe. I have a Facebook page. I'm most active on Instagram though, and my Etsy shop is called I Heart Ewe. But just for, you know, getting a nice channel name and whatnot, I went with iHeartKnitting for the channel name. So yeah, so let's just get into it. Yeah, I already said thank you. That was like my first thing, was just thank you so much. So thank you so much. I've got some notes here beside me. So after I posted the video last Sunday, we went out and I did a run for the Terry Fox Run. That's a big fundraiser that happens every fall here in Canada. It's every September. It was the 40th anniversary this year. Terry Fox is a man who, when he was quite young, lost his leg to cancer. This is, I think, in the 70s or, well, 80s actually, 40 years. He decided to run a marathon every day and run across Canada. So he started on the east coast of Canada. He was running a marathon every day, and he made it to Ontario before his cancer relapsed, and he was unable to finish his marathon, but because of his inspiration, 40 years later, people are still running in his memory. And I think that's really great. There's a man on the island here who knew Terry Fox personally, was one of his coaches, so that personal connection really like solidifies it for me. You know, we've all lost someone to cancer, So I went off and did that, and then we went to the fire department and they did a relay. So honestly, Sunday was just like, last Sunday was so positive after posting this video and, you know, doing this run, which felt so great. It always feels cathartic to do for me. And then going and seeing, you know, my partner who's on the fire department, them doing this 10K relay in like their full gear, and getting these great comments and messages from people who have watched the video. So it was great. So thank you. Yeah, so other than that, this week I've been working a little bit in the shop, just doing like kind of restocks of face masks and things, but I have some things that I wanted to show you that this I didn't show you last time, so I thought I'd pull this out. It's almost finished. This is the framework bralette, and it's by Jessie May, and this teal is a Goosey Fibres DK. I think it's called Hide Behind, and it's actually the same as what's in my Soldotna as well. So you'll see that. So I've actually finished this and tried it on. I just need to Kitchener the two straps together, and I just need to look it up, so I haven't done it yet. You know, I have to do the Kitchener and around because it's an I-cord strap at the top. Whoops, that was a needle. So yeah, I will do that and then it'll be finished. I just wanted to try it on and make sure that the sizing was okay. And you know, I have a pretty big chest. I have like a double D chest, so I actually added I think I added extra length to the ribbed band, and I also added a ton of extra length here, thinking it would be like a crop top, and it fits, but it's not, there's definitely not a ton of extra fabric going on there. So I'm really glad that I did make it as big as I did, like this way, because I definitely need just extra fabric to cover everything up. So the way Jessie May writes her patterns is great. You can see how well thought out all the details here are, and how seamlessly everything transitions into each part. I just really appreciate that kind of pattern writing. Really nice. And the other thing that Jessie May's patterns are great for is size inclusivity. And when you buy one of her patterns, you're gonna get like many pages of instructions on how you can alter it to fit your body perfectly. And that's something that Jessie May is really well known for, and something that I really appreciate when you're making something like a bralette, because like, you know, we ladies, we all know like everyone's shaped differently. And you know, I made a bralette before and ended up giving it to my friend who's like a completely different bra size than me, but the same size as me, and it fits her great. It didn't work for me. So anyways, the nice thing about her patterns are, you know, you can customize it because obviously we're all different. Yeah, so I'll get that finished and then you'll get to see that done. I'm not going to try that on for you though. The other thing I did some work on this week, it doesn't look like much because I did it twice, is I turned the heel on John's sock. So this is a yarn by Scrumptious Purl. They do have their website now, scrumptiouspurl.com, which I was checking out today to see what they had going on, and oh my gosh, you can't get the colorway that I have here anymore, which is called Double Shot, but the colorways that are in Scrumptious Purl's shop are amazing. And I believe that Scrumptious Purl is also connected to Thread and Maple, which is a new Canadian website that has just come out with all this amazing knitting stuff. So yeah, so I really love the yarn. It's beautiful yarn, striping really well, really vibrant. I've just got like a solid, almost black, like it's like a really dark navy here for the heel. But what ended up happening is, because I started these so long ago and they have a 2x1 rib on the top, that means I have a multiple of 3 up here. And like normally, I don't know what I did. So normally I knit 75 stitches for John, and then I'll add a stitch, you know, to get it to a multiple 4, which is 76, and then I can kind of finish the sock as you do. But so I don't know what I did. I went to turn the heel as if I had half and half, I think, like half my stitches on each side, which I didn't. And then I thought I had fixed that, turned the entire heel, and then I was about, like, I think I knit like half an inch of the foot to keep going, and I'm like, this just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. I had already counted. Anyways, there were only 72 stitches on there. There were not 75 or 76 or whatever I thought. So anyways, long story short, I ripped it all back. I'm still confused why I didn't do what I normally do with John's socks, but they look like they're a good size, so that's okay. Just super frustrating to like put all that work in and then be, you know, ripping it all out. I ripped it last night at like 9 o'clock and I was like, no, I can't fix this now. So I got up this morning and I fixed it so that I'd have something to show you. So anyways, they're done, they're fixed, they're back to where they need to be. And now I know what I'm doing for the second sock. So as long as I don't put these away for another 6 months, I'll be fine. So yes, those are socks for John out of the Scrumptious Purl. Oh, by the way, this is my sock size project bag here that I sell in the shop, I Heart Ewe. So this is my standard small or sock size. It fits a sock pattern and, you know, your ball of yarn and everything perfectly. It works really well for 2 at a time socks as well. And then I showed you my large size last time. Sorry, my medium size last time, which is this one. This has my Soldotna in it, which I did do some good work on because I'm still so excited about it. Apparently this is what I needed right now, was some color work. I love it. So I think I was about here. I think I just started that kind of teal on teal color work when I showed you last. So yeah, I've just taken the sleeves off, you can see, and reattached here, and now I'm going to be doing the body. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying the color work. I've gotten back into the groove of knitting with 2 hands again, which is great. It's been a while since I've done that, so it took a bit, but I'm back in the groove. This is the Soldotna pattern. This is by Caitlin Hunter, and I'm knitting the 40-inch size. And then this is all DK yarn. The black is by To the Macks Yarn Co. This pinky gray in here is Yarnink. This teal is the same teal I just showed you in the framework bralette. And then this is another Goosey Fibres color in there, which I think is something Harry Potter related, but I can't remember. Normally I have everything up on my Ravelry page. My Ravelry is ihearteweknits. This one I've been so excited about. I haven't even done a page yet for, so I should do that before I forget what I'm doing. I think I started it 2 weeks ago, like just today, so yeah, I should get going on that. Yeah, really enjoying the DK, really enjoying the color work. And then I'm just going to kind of see how much yarn I have left and see how far I can go with it before I run out. So it'll probably be cropped, but I am trying to use up scraps. So if I feel like I have enough left of all the colors that I need, I might just keep going a little bit longer, just so I don't end up with like another tiny ball of yarn at the end. So yeah, if I could use it all up, that would be great. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I've been working on this week, is the Soldotna and turning a heel twice. So yeah, I feel good about that though. I didn't tell you what I'm wearing yet. we can do that now. This is the Sunset Highway sweater. This is another Boylan Knitworks Caitlin Hunter pattern. I'm really loving this. I actually started this in totally different colors. I had like neon pink and really bright colors and black, and I was knitting it and I redid the yoke and swapped around the colors. This is going back like 2 years now when I first started it, and it just didn't work and I wasn't happy with it. So I ended up, it was hibernating and I just pulled it out and I was like, no. So I went through my stash and I ended up finding these 3 colors, and then I got this speckled one as, you know, my body color, and I'm so happy. Like, this is a really good lesson. If you're not happy with your knitting, like if that color is just not working for you, I used to try and push it and I used to keep going, and I don't think it's a good way to go anymore. So I ripped it all out. I was like, I'd split the sleeves and I'd started the body and I ripped the entire thing out. I've repurposed a little bit of the yarn. Some of it went into my stash. I had plans for some of it. And then found this combo. I used all like 80-20. So I kind of used that as my decider of what I was gonna choose for colors. And I'm just so thrilled that I redid it. I just finished this in the spring, so I haven't had a chance to wear it very much, but every time I do, I'm so happy. I just really like this color work yoke. I think it is very flattering on like my shoulders, and the dark is really awesome. So the navy is a Koigu color, so it's Koigu KPPPM. In one of their darker colors, they just have a number. And then this really bright color here, this is Flock Fiber Studio. This is actually, I think, left over from this kit here for this sweater, or for this shawl. And then there's actually another, you can see it better in here, this is Stitch Mischief in Cotton Candy. So it's this really pale white with like a little bit of minty green and pinky, but it reads almost like a solid. And then this colorway is called Dalmatian, and that's by Ancient Arts Fibres. So I'm not sure if they're doing that one anymore. It was one of their, like, they had like a whole series of dogs. I guess I just picked it because I liked the color, but that's why it's Dalmatian apparently. I did size down on this one because the Sunset Highway is meant to be a bit oversized, and that's not what I wanted. So normally I would knit like a 38 to a 40, like, so say for a 36-inch bust. And then this one, I think I went down a size. So, you know, normally I'm knitting like the 3rd size medium, and this one I knit the 2nd size. And it's just a little bit more fitted. But that's kind of what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. And because I used the 80-20, I ended up running out of the Dalmatian yarn. That's something to keep in mind. You kind of only need 2 skeins of yarn for the body of this for a smaller size. But I always forget about that. Like when you use, say, an 80-20 sock yarn, it has usually 400 yards to 100 grams. And then if you use a 75-25, it's 460 yards. So, you know, another extra 120 yards would have gotten me probably through, because I think I ended up only needing a little bit for the cuff on the 3rd ball. So that's the only thing I would say, is really watch your yardage on that main body color, because, you know, normally I can fudge it, but I didn't succeed this time. So I needed to order another skein, but I did. Anyways, yeah, I really love this color combo, obviously. So I've just realized that you might as well knit what you love, and it works with my wardrobe if everything kind of is in the same color family. So I might just go with it. Yeah, so I think that's it for like things I've been working on. I know I had people asking about future projects, and I do have some future projects planned. I thought I'd pull one of them and show you today. I'd like to start these for my husband soon. Another pair of socks, which is crazy. I never knit him 2 pairs of socks at once, but I'm just really loving this color, and I think it's perfect for him. So I got this when I got the black yarn for my Soldotna. This is to the Macks Yarn Co. They're a new dyer in Canada. It is Jody from the Grocery Girls Kid who's doing this, and they're doing an awesome job. This is like a tobacco inspired colorway, I think it was called Cigarillo or something like that. There was a whole series that they were doing, and I just love these colors. And my partner is really big into like tobacco pipes. Like he restores pipes, and you know, he has a tobacco collection, and you know, just like we are with knitting, he's like that with tobacco and tobacco pipes, which is weird. But anyways, I was like, this is perfect for him. So I got that. It came with this bright pink mini, which is super fun, but not what I wanted to do. So my plan for this is to use this really nice kind of like deep green, and it's pulling out some of the colors. Just, I think it's going to be really good. So I'm really looking forward to knitting these just for the colors. This is kind of like not quite my wheelhouse of colors, but I'm really, really excited for that. So that's going to be one of the next projects I cast on. I'm going to try and finish a pair of socks before I do that though, because I think I'm on my first sock on both my pairs that I'm working on right now. So they'll never get done. This is a bag that I made myself, and then I got a heat transfer from KH Creations. They're on Etsy, and I just ironed on a heat transfer, which is really fun. I'd like to do more of that. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to go over today is, as far as knitting, is whether anyone would have any interest in joining a cal with me, and like a knit along or a make along. So I'd really like your advice on that. I would like to kind of figure out, like, would you rather a Ravelry group? Would you rather like an Instagram hashtag? We could do both. You know, just how you like to interact and chatter. Like, I'm definitely more active on Instagram than I am on Ravelry, but I know that not everyone is on Instagram. So yeah, I would like some advice on that, how you would like that organized. You know, it's easy to throw a hashtag and just browse it and pick winners. That's easy for me to do on Instagram. It's also not that complicated for me to set up like a, you know, a chat thread or something on Ravelry. But I know Ravelry has been having like some accessibility issues. So I'd just love to hear your opinions on that. If you can give me some comments, if you can give me some feedback, if this is something that you do a lot of. Like, I do participate in cals, but you know, not the way that some people are so active, and so they just have so much more experience than I do. So if you're one of those people and you want to help me out, that would be great. My thoughts are, because Halloween is coming up, I thought we could maybe do like some sort of Halloween themed sock knit along. I thought that would be fun. So I actually, you know, I was looking at my yarn. I was like, oh, you know, Halloween themed yarn. And I thought, oh, I don't really have anything Halloween themed. And like, I don't have anything that has a Halloween name, but I dug through my stash and I found a few colors to kind of give you an idea. So this was my thought, is, you know, just anything that speaks Halloween to you would be perfectly acceptable as far as I'm concerned. I just want to see people knit socks. So you know, I found this one. This is a Hedgehog Fibres. This is called Salvador. This might be a club colorway. I did get their club for like a present a couple years ago, but it's this really bright orange. It's got that green in there, and the colors, like, to me, I'm like, this looks like Halloween. I found this other Hedgehog Fibres one that's got that like acidy green and the gray and some pinky purples, and I'm like, this, like, to me, this is Halloween-y. This one is by the Fawn and the Fox, who I'm so excited just started dyeing again. And I have a like pretty decent stash of Lara's yarn, but I haven't knit with it in a while because I didn't want to because she wasn't dyeing. So I'm really happy she's dyeing again. I maybe might cast on some of my stashed yarn. So this is one of her colorways. It's called Mojito, and it's on a sparkle sock. But I'm like, yeah, this is, to me, this has that Halloween-y feel too. And then, you know, same thing with like purples. So I had this Knit Picks Felici. Oh, and this one's called Goth Kitty. So that seems like kind of sort of Halloween-ish. So that was my thought. I was like, we could do Halloween yarn, Cal, you know, anything Halloween themed, or if there's like, I don't know, if there's a sock with a Halloween-y type pattern name or anything like that, I think would be perfectly fine. It's really like, would be up to you. So if you think this is a cool idea, let me know. I'm kind of excited about it. And I'm like, ooh, I would knit socks out of any of these right now. So, yeah, let me know if that interests you and just how to go about doing that. My other thought was that if you didn't have any Halloween themed yarn, something I've also wanted to do for a while is knit like monster socks, or, you know, where people do like, say like five row stripes on their socks of a whole bunch of different colors, you know, and use up all their scraps, and then you get this like crazy monster stripes at the ends of the monster socks. Yeah, so I thought that might be another like thing you could do if you didn't want to do like Halloween colors. You could do like a monster scrappy sock. You know, the Pixel Rise sock by Kemper Ray would be a great one. And I think there's one called the Lady Fingers. I don't know if that's out yet. I might be wrong on that, but either way, I thought that might be something fun to do, because recently I took all of my sock scraps and I put them in this giant bin, and it's been really fun to look at because it's a clear bin. But I'm like, okay, it's time. I need to do something with some of these. So monster socks, yeah. Anyways, if you think that that's a good idea, let me know. If you want to participate in this, let me know. I can always come up with some little prizes for people and stuff. So, you know, I don't want to do this today, but I know a lot of people asked about my shawls in the background. Maybe we'll do that in another episode. I can kind of do that, show you my shawl wall in my craft room. Like I said earlier, I haven't been knitting a ton. I've been kind of just getting the shop updated. So I made a whole lot of face masks this week to get things stocked up. And so I don't have any project bags or anything new to show you like that. But what I wanted to do is just show you a few things from the shop, some of the smaller items that sometimes get kind of like overshadowed by the project bags, because everybody loves project bags. They're big and beautiful colors and everything, but you know, some of these little things are also super useful for knitters to have, and also good price points. So if you don't want to invest in a new project bag, or if you don't want to spend a ton of money on a gift or something, you know, you can find something unique for your crafty friend that's not going to blow your budget. So one of the things I do just as like a little add-on in the shop are like the little stitch markers, these little light bulb stitch markers. So they're in 3 different colors. They're rose gold and black and the antique bronze. And yeah, I just do little cards of 15 of those. Another thing that is in the shop that I really love are these lavender pouches, these lavender sachets. So right now I have a lot of like fun brights. This is like by Cotton and Steel, so like pop bottles and little records and little balloon animals. They've all got like a coordinating stripe on the background. And what I do is I fill these up with lavender and a bit of jasmine rice. So I get really, really good quality organic French lavender, and I mix that with a bit of rice. The rice just gives it a bit of weight, but it also acts as like a moisture regulator, which is like super handy where we are in the West Coast because it's always damp in the winter. So it just adds another kind of layer of protection to, you know, your storage solutions. So I love these. They smell so good. You just give them a little squish and then it'll scrunch up the flowers and you'll get fresh scent. They're gonna smell good for like probably a year or so before they start to fade. They're so strong. I have to keep them in a bag in my craft room. That's how strong they smell. But I love them, and you know, now that I make them, I use them all the time. I stash them in. They repel moths. They just make everything smell nice. One of my friends who has a young kid throws one in her diaper bag just to kind of get rid of that smell. And yeah, lavender is just such a nice scent. So that's a lovely little gift, and just super fun little prints. They're great for in your closet, in your wool storage, in your project bag, in your diaper bag, anywhere like that. And then I do like little pouches as well. So these are the two main styles that I stock in the shop now. This is like a pencil case style that opens up really nice and wide. This is a pattern by Anna Graham of Noodlehead, and she gives permission for you to use her patterns for like small scale sales like I do. So they're really nice size. They open up wide. They will fit, how long are they? They're 10 inches long about, so they're gonna fit like double pointed needles. They'll fit all your like small tools, crochet hooks, yeah, just anything like that. And then the other Notions pouch size I do is like a more classic kind of square one. This is the sort of thing that you would throw into your big project bag, and you'd have your measuring tape and your little scissors and your stitch markers and everything. Just super simple. They're just going to kind of poke through. And yeah, I'm doing my zippers just a little differently now, so they just look a bit cleaner than they used to. This is actually a really cute gift you could do for someone, is, you know, get a Notions pouch and then fill it up with craft notions, like some of those really cute scissors. You know, you get the ones that have little storks or unicorns, and some stitch markers, and, you know, like maybe some progress keepers and that sort of thing. And yeah, just a really nice gift for a knitter. Like if you're anything like me, you probably like buy so much yarn for yourself, and then when it comes to buying like any other little things, it's like, oh, but I could just buy yarn. So what a great gift, you know, for your crafty friend. Yeah, so I think that's all I kind of wanted to talk about. So, you know, I have some other things scattered around, but I am going to try and do this weekly. So keeping this around the half-hour mark is great for me. And then, you know, I think I was like going to show you a few more things, but I think I'm just going to kind of keep saving up some content so that I have something to show next week in case I get busy. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you so much for joining me. This is really exciting that I have some interest, and that just that what I'm doing is exciting you is really exciting to me. So yeah, so big thank you for that. If you haven't subscribed and you'd like to see the next video, maybe hit subscribe. If you know anyone who is looking for a new podcast, you could send them my way. And yeah, like I said, I just wanted to say a big thank you, and I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all are taking care, and yeah, we'll see you next week.